Anyways, yes, sneak into your school.
All right. So I think one summer we were really set on finding a way into the school around the elementary school I went to. And
Yeah.
so every every single day or every day we could meet, we'd usually like scout it out, go around and like check doors and everything.
Make sure they were not locked, or
Yeah,
make sure they were locked, I should say.
make sure they're locked just to check. Cause you really wanted to do this. I was like, this is kind of sketch because it's my school, so I don't. It's not great, but we tried one day. We saw our opportunity was there because after school care was in, and so they unlock the doors and they're inside. They're inside the building, and so they have some doors unlocked, and there's basically an L, and then there's a field in the middle, and so we entered through the bottom of the L, like the corner, one of
Yeah.
the corners of the L, basically, or close to the corner. But there's usually a janitor in there at that point, and so we check one of the doors, and it's unlocked. We snuck in there. I don't know what we did. We said we had to go to the washroom or something, and then when
I
they
don't
weren't
think we told
looking,
anyone. I think we just went in. I
well,
think we
they
just
yeah,
ninja'd it.
I think we did, and then
I don't know.
we just walked quickly, and then we snuck into like the main part of the school. So there's no after school kids here, and this is just the main because it's like a lunchroom they were chilling in, and so we go out there, and I think we decide to explore around the school a little bit. I'm a little sketched out because I know like these halls, like you can hear everybody so loudly. The stairs are incredibly, they're like really loud.
Yeah.
And then there's usually a janitor or somebody inside the school. And then, it's obviously my school, so I'm a little scared. I'm like, I think I went up to the second floor with you, and then I got a little sketched out, and I might have stayed. Or I was close. I can't exactly remember, but I remember like being scared inside the school. Do you know?
From the, I'll say what I said last week, or I think that's what I said last week. From my memory, we went upstairs and you showed me your class, and then we went up to the roof, like where because you know how there was the sort of like mezzanine garden thing
Yeah.
on top, and I went out, and you were like, I'm gonna stay inside, and thank God you did because the door's locked, so I wouldn't have been able to get back in because it was like a locking door or
Oh,
whatever.
I think I remember that. And
So
then
you had
I
to open
was
the door for me to get back in.
I was also sketched out because I think because my house can see there, and then there's also people that can go out on either side of the field or in the red courtyard, and they can see you
Yeah, right.
like incredibly easily. So I was a little worried on that, and that's why I think I stayed inside. I wasn't thinking, oh, I'll hold the door for him, but I
But thank
think
God you did.
yeah.
And then after that, I think we went back downstairs because I was sort of sketched out too. I was like, okay, I nearly got locked out there. This is us. We should go downstairs. And do you remember the thing about the umbrella?
Oh yeah, no, sounds good. So this we have these like supervision aides, these people who don't like fall off the playgrounds and like break their arms,
And sneak into the
but
school.
yeah, and
Sure.
sneak into the school. Well, they're not there at that point, but
But yeah, no.
they leave some of their stuff there, and Jack sees an umbrella that's labeled Jack, which is one of the supervision aids. I realized this like 10 seconds after he grabs it, because who was it? Who came down?
It was the principal.
The principal. The good thing about the school is the principal changes every like every year, I swear. So he didn't know me super well. And so I was a little worried. I might have dipped out at that point, but I saw you grab the umbrella, and I was like, you said, "Oh, this is my umbrella. I just came for it from Lost and Found." And he was like, "Jack." And I was like, "Oh yeah, my name's Jack." And I think he was a little confused because I thought he knew there was a
He didn't
supervision
know
aid,
who I
but he
was.
wasn't like entirely sure what was up.
Yeah.
And you thought you were like, "Oh wow, it's my lucky day. I found another student named Jack, and I'm just gonna take his umbrella."
I was gonna snake it, dude.
And so I was a little worried. So I think I might have dipped out. And then were you talking with him for a little bit?
I think I think you left the school after I grabbed the umbrella because what happened was you went outside and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like sneak around and I'll go out the other exit that we came in from because I wanted to be like a ninja and like sneak through the rest of the school. And you're like, okay, I'm going out here. We'll meet like back wherever at the playground or something. So I was like, cool. I've got this umbrella in my hand and I'm walking out and then I hear two people talking like right around the corner. I hear footsteps. And so I duck into this office, dude. It was sort of like an office right in the middle of the hall and there was like a hall around it and there weren't even windows. It was just open so you could like see in. And so I'm like crouching under the desk so you can't see me from my left side, but if you were to go to the other side of the desk and look in, you'd obviously see me crouching under. So I hear the footsteps on the left side. I'm like, shit, dude. If this guy turns the corner, I'm done. So what I do is I stand up and walk out of the office, and the principal looks at me and he's like, "Oh, like what are you doing?" And I go, "Oh, sorry, I was just looking for my umbrella. I wasn't in the lost and found,
Oh
but I find
yeah.
it in here." And he goes, "Oh," he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Sorry, who are you?" And I look at the umbrella and I'm like, "Oh, I'm Jack." And he looks at the umbrella and he looks at me. He's like, "Who the hell is Jack?" And, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know, this is my office." And because it obviously said principal's office on it, I'm like, "Oh shit, it's the principal." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I just I was looking for my umbrella."
Oh
Uh,
no, are you talking about the part where you like name dropped me?
oh, I forgot about that. And then, oh yeah, I was so stupid. And then I name dropped Ryerson. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm Ryerson's friend." And he's like, "Oh, okay," because obviously he knew who you were, or at least he recognized the name. And he's like, "Okay, well, obviously, like, we're closing down the school, so you should get out of here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I live near here." My parents were like, "Oh, run down and go grab it." And he's like, "Okay." So then I like dip out, dude. I'm booking it out the door. And then I run out the door and I run over for you and I'm like, "Holy shit, dude, I just spoke to the principal. What the hell?" And then well, we're so hyped because we got this umbrella and then we go to your house and we open it and it's broken. It doesn't even work because the metal like rods that hold it up were all busted. So it was like
Oh
crooked on one
no.
side, so it didn't even work. It was so funny. But
Yeah.
the funniest bit though about the name drop is that like obviously I didn't tell you that I name dropped you. So the next day you went to school. The principal came over to you, right?
Yeah, I think he came over to me and he was like, "Oh yeah, my your friend was around the school or something." And I was like, "Oh God."
Oh my god, dude. I can't believe like we were probably what, maybe 11, 12 at this point.
Yeah.
That's a story. That's one of those things where it's like, how are we so stupid? But also like, how did we get away with it?